Stravo, Mystic Poet 82 here, and welcome Mystic members. So, I've decided that Mystic members will now be the name for my subscribers, and Mystic Fellowship will be the name of the community. First of all, I want to thank all you guys from the live stream last night, and especially Phil and Nikki for doing it, and if it wasn't for Dave, I would not have even known about you guys or known that you guys were doing that because he announced it, and his was so much fun, even though he had the little hiccup with the subscribers, joining and then leaving, but I knew he'd get them all back really quick. It's kind of rude that people do stuff like that, but, it is what it is, and you gotta take the good with the bad. But it was incredible because I reached 30 subscribers and I had 23 when I started that live stream. You guys are amazing and I really appreciate the support. And like I said before, hopefully after my yard sale, because I got a lot of stuff still to get ready for that. Thankfully I have off that week before that weekend, so I'm going to be nailing hardcore to get stuff out and sold and gotten rid of and cleaned up, and probably rearrange my setup where my desk and stuff is so I can hook up my brand new printer. But yeah, I'm overwhelmed that I'd even get that high a number because I lost a couple at one point, but that was because my friend was putting other videos on his channel because he was kind of making his own little theme thing. And his channels got deleted because of it. And I was like, dude, you need to just go and make gaming videos like kind of everybody else does and stop, taking stuff from other people. But he's not real worried about it right now. He'll eventually get back into it. But again, thank you guys for that awesome live stream. That was so much fun. And now I know how I want to spend my Saturday evenings. I'm also here to encourage other people who don't really have the confidence in making videos. I didn't really when I started. It was kind of just the first couple I did the first one I kind of experimented with was my daughter when we were at the park, and we were playing Pokemon Go there, which I didn't even want to play that. I didn't really care to play that at first because I was like, oh, is this gonna be boring? Because it seemed like the Game Boy games were just starting to get monotonous and you were just doing the same thing every time. And then I was like, because my boyfriend started it before I did, and then I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna try it. And so then we ended up going to the park because it has 4 Pokestops and they're literally right there, and it's a nice small park, so even if there's a Pokemon on your thing and you're not near it, you don't have to walk very far to find out where it's at. And the good thing is where the Pokestops are, it's all shade. It's flowering trees is pretty much what it's called. But it's a really cute little park, and we've made some friends there too that were also playing the game. And apparently a lot of people go there to play it. But it's been a fun game, and I don't do as much with it as I used to, but it's kind of nice how they the stuff that they added to it. I just wish they would add the trading thing, because when I joined it, well, he had started playing for Team Mystic, and I was like, well, I'm probably gonna do the same thing. And it was weird because when I first saw the second movie, Moltres was my favorite, and I was just and then when I started this, I was just you know what, maybe I'll just go for Articuno, because I really do like the color blue better than red, and most people I know, and I was play Mystic anyway, so I was just well, if they ever add the trading thing, my assumption would be that anybody in that team would be able to trade with someone else. If say you hatch a Pokemon and for some reason your friend can't get one, you could connect and trade it, which I'm surprised they have not gotten the kinks worked out for that. Hopefully someday they do, because I have literally hatched like 2 or 3 mill tanks, and I have friends who have not gotten one out of the 10-kilometer eggs yet. And I was like, I feel bad, because if I could, I would freaking trade you in a heartbeat so you could have one. And I mean, hopefully eventually they'll figure that out. I guess the issue is some people have iPhones and other people have Android phones, and making it so that you can actually connect to those different phones is going to be a little difficult. But aside from that, well, that's kind of the reason why I chose Mystic Poet as my thing, is because I joined Team Mystic on the Pokemon Go, and it just kind of fit. Another reason I picked it, when I was playing World of Warcraft a little bit more seriously, like not exactly raiding, but like I actually was playing with a group of friends. I was on a different server, like, cause like I'm kind of on a few different servers, just doing my own thing, and I needed a name for my guild, because like the guild that I had made on that server, just drama happened and it fell apart, and yeah, just everything bad happened. So I was just like, well, I was given the guild by someone else, or no, I made it to match the Alliance version because we were on Horde, and then it fell apart. So I handed over leadership to someone else and decided to make my own, and then anybody else that wasn't part of the drama and didn't feel like dealing with that stuff could join mine. But it's very hard when you're in the game, when you're joining the game that late and you want to make a guild. Like, I started in Wrath, but like when you decide to make a guild that late in the game, coming up with a name for it is really difficult, because you can try different things and oh crap, they've been taken already, and like, darn, how can I adjust it? And it's like, I hate using the alt codes, even though you can. It just really doesn't look as good or professional. So I was like, my one friend who I had run into while I was playing on that server, and who had helped me with that guild before I handed it over to someone else, I was like, I need help with the name for it. And so like pretty much we were texting back and forth one night while I was at work trying to come up with a name. And I forget even what I came up with, but then she texted me Mystic Fellowship, and I'm like, ooh, I like that. That's perfect. And so that's what I went with, and so I was like, okay, well, this, like, beyond that, I can use that as my community name thanks to her, and her name is Chana. She actually has a crocheting channel, which I don't know if she's done really a whole lot recently with it. She's not had a whole lot of time, I think, between work and the kids and getting married to her boyfriend Anthony. But hopefully when she gets back into the crocheting thing, like, she even made like a plushie Murloc, and I was gonna order one from her and I totally forgot about it, but I really do want one because she made one already and it was freaking adorable. If you like World of Warcraft and love the Murlocs, like, I love the baby Murlocs, the sound of them is so cute and it never gets old. But thanks to her for that name, now I can use it even beyond the game. Also, another thing that I am planning for my channel is changing my avatar. I don't want my face on it constantly. Like, I'll probably keep the daughter banner thing that I have up, but I had originally asked Mom if she could make a caricature of me for my profile, and she was gonna do it, and then she got invited to do this big art show coming next month. And so now, between her work, wearing her out, and everything else going on, she's not gonna have time to do it. And the other night I just thought, I was like, you know what? my face, even if it's a goofy drawing or caricature or whatever, because like her caricatures are amazing. All her everything she does is amazing, like especially compared to what I do. But that's just not gonna fit Mystic very well, and I need something that fits it, like a mythical creature. And I was like, well, I found my dragon notebook. I could probably pull one out of there. I need to find where my unicorn notebook went, and I could maybe pick one of them. I'm thinking 3 possible things: either a dragon, a unicorn, or I could take like one of my favorite animals. Like my favorite animal is a cat, and growing up I always like tigers and leopards and stuff like that, and try to make something mythical out of it, and it would fit the name better, because I'd rather have it my own original art, and like since I can do that and not have someone else draw it. So let me know what you guys think, if I should do a dragon, a unicorn, or some other kind of mixed mythical creature. Like if I do something mixed, it's going to be a little harder, especially to get it to look, I don't know, cool and unique, but I want it to be unique. And like pretty much all my dragon drawings, well, most of them are unique and different compared to a lot of like classic ones that you see in art books and on the internet and whatever. Like when you type in dragon, like I just try to make each one totally unique and different. So if you guys can give me answers in the comments, or maybe I'll make a poll up on Twitter, and I will go from there. Like I'm currently painting one of my dragons, and I added some things to it to possibly use, but like I said, it's a possibility I might not. So maybe I'll throw a poll up on Twitter and see what happens if people vote on something else, and I will go from there and see what will fit my channel the best. So thank you guys again for the 30 subscribers, and have a wonderful day.